like I do those silly dog voices for my girlfriend's dog, and one of the thing, I'll be speaking for the dog about myself is if there's no more conceited thing, because I'm really just talking about myself from my own point of view, but I refer to myself as the provider. So the dog's like, y'all, number one, he's the provider. He brings the food for us. Because I'm always coming home with like a sack full of food, and I always make
Why
sure.
is your dog Korean?
Oh, she's not Korean, but she's got no lips. She got jowls.
I hate it.
Because I figure all dogs would naturally have a speech impediment because they don't have lips. They have jowls, so they can't form form words as well. They can't enunciate as well.
So they sound Asian.
A little bit, but it's more of like a baby talk kind of thing.
You sound like you're about to swallow your tongue.
Yeah, you gotta keep, because dogs have their tongue always flat in their mouth, so you don't use your tongue. Yeah, that's how I imagine the dog talks. So yeah, the dog
You've
calls.
thought about this, like you have put some
course.
thought into how a dog would talk if a dog talked.
My
That's
dad's
only one of
dog.
the dogs. We
My
have to go
dad's
through
dog
this
has a
repeatedly.
totally different voice because he's like 14 years old, like a Jack Rat Terrier this big, and he's all shaky, because he's like skin and bones. So like a wind blows through the house, and he's like, all trembly. He's always trembling and shaky. So I imagine that he's like,
It's so cold out here, the bar. You gotta keep me on the inside. Wrap me up. Come on, the bar. Swaddle me up in that cold.
So I imagine that's how he sounds.
Got it. Good to know.
Yeah. I've got more if you'd like to hear them.
I'd love that. I'd love that. Do you do other animals? Like, do you have a cat voice? Like, how do cats talk?
Fuck you! Fuck you, feed me!
Cats would be very curt.
Peace.
And
And then
unpleasant.
they just leave. Like, cats are such cunts. If I had my way, there'd be no more cats.
I want an outdoor cat. I want a cat that I just barely care for. Maybe a doghouse with food in it that I resupply monthly, and it just like handles mice and shit.
like a farm cat.
Yeah.
Basically looks
farm
after
cat.
itself and knows where home is, so it's around most of the time, but it disappears for 2 days and no big deal.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I want a raccoon. I've been looking into this. They're illegal in my state, but I'm looking into getting a zoo license. I don't think it's that expensive. I want a fucking raccoon. They got people hands, goddammit. I saw this thing one time, and they were talking about, it was one of those what if shows, and it's like, what if people, human beings got wiped off the face of the earth? What's the next species to step up, right? The next one to evolve into a planet-controlling
it'd be the
species.
raccoon.
It's the raccoon, because they are smart, they've got teamwork, and they got people hands. You ever
So
see
none
what...
of the monkeys that are smarter
No.
with better people hands. It'd be raccoons.
Think about it. If those monkeys were gonna make it, they'd have made it by now. There's a reason they're still fucking monkeys.
You might be right, because all of the animals that are traditionally said to be intelligent are actually really dumb. Dolphins, stupid. Like, I don't know what the big deal is about dolphins are supposedly so intelligent. They're just dumb. They
Any
just float
breed.
around.
I just
Can't do anything.
They can't do anything. They never built anything. Like, when did you last see, the
Navy-
dolphins?
Why do these arguments for success, like if monkeys were going to be any good, they'd be good by now, not apply to raccoons?
Because the raccoon's been held back by other species.
The raccoon has been
the monkeys
oppressed
had their-
by...
Oh my God,
Right.
Kyle's a raccoon social justice warrior.
You are. You
RJW.
believe that raccoons are an oppressed class who have been held back by the evils of cis heteropatriarchal
I wish
humanity.
raccoons would just buckle up and succeed instead of
Pull
making
themselves up by their
excuses.
bootstraps.
What you call meritocracy and evolution is actually just the enforcement of a disgusting, heteropatriarchal privilege system.
You would regret getting a raccoon so quickly. That thing would wreak havoc in your home.
They are so hyper intelligent. It's madness. I've seen videos of pet ones, and they seem to be on another level. Like nothing like a dog. They seem like they got so much personality.
What can you train them to do? Because there's only really a point getting one if you can make it do amazing tricks. So what can you train
I
them
have
to do?
seen them do amazing. I've seen them operate locking mechanisms and stuff like that, and like break
Like
into.
they can do like multi-combination padlocks and things.
Yes. They'll watch you memorize the combination and then repeat it.
I
Yeah.
have seen crows do such amazing things that I thought it was fake.
That was next on my list.
You want crows as well.
I have
Crows
seen
are
crows.
some of the
They'll be like,
Crows are
they'll put floating food in a U-shaped tube. So then they put like rocks in the other side so that the water floats the food to the top of the other U. They were solving puzzles that I was like, Okay, I get it now. Yeah.
It's like level 20 in Portal. You know?
Yeah, perfect.
Did you see the little girl who had been feeding the crows for years?
Yes.
So this little girl's been feeding the crows in her backyard for, say, 3 years. She started at 2 and now she's 5. These are something like that. They had a picture of all the gifts that the crows bring her in return in like a tackle box, and it's full of little shiny pieces of glass and marbles and rocks and stones and like hair clips.
Inch-tall toys.
When I saw, I was
We're not
like,
smart enough to see what's valuable and what's just shiny trash.
shiny trash is valuable to them. So
That's
I'm going
it.
to start feeding the crows around here. I want some shiny
They're
shit.
not giving her sticks and nuts. They're finding shiny trash and saying, "Oh, chicks dig shiny trash," which they do, and they're pretty much keeping the food flowing.
Yeah, I find crows are apparently, you can teach them to talk like you can parrots. They're supposedly one of the, if not the most intelligent bird. And I think they're one of the most intelligent animals out there. But the
They're
raccoon,
quite beautiful as well. They're sort of attractive, but also a bit dark and sinister.
You know,
They're
you're
my
the
favorite
black guys, Milo. You can't get past that.
Shit, that's what was happening in my head, isn't it?
Right?
That's
Like,
literally what's
yeah,
happening in my
you're
head.
not picking out cockatoos, right? These white, flowing, beautiful birds. You're like, you know
I'm
what?
picking the
I
dark,
dig crows.
sinister-
I want a cockatoo.
No, the
take a cocker
cocker
for
3.
it, yeah.
Nice.
I feel a little bit bad about this, but my favorite thing to hunt, the favorite thing to go shoot, is crows because they're such
Because they're smart.
they're so smart. You use a caller, which sounds like crows fighting with a hawk or a crow that's wounded. It
Can you do an
replicates.
impression of that?
Yeah. Which one do you want? The crows fighting the hawk or the wounded crow?
Well,
Crows
both.
fighting a hawk.
Do the crows fighting the hawk first.
The high pitched one is the hawk, right?
Yeah. And if you were to play a tape on YouTube right now of crows fighting a hawk, it's pretty close to that.
Dude.
But the wounded crow is like he sounds
This
like.
one I feel might not be quite as true to life.
Watch this shit. I'm gonna play the video right now. Hang on.
While you search for it, and I've told this before on the show, but when I have birds, like I'll have like a woodpecker sitting in a dead tree or just like crows sitting on top of my roof line and I don't like it, I do the hawk thing just as loud as I can, like my objective is to be a red-tailed hawk, and it makes them run.
My
I've
internet's
been
not
missing
working.
all of this my whole life.
I try to
Internet's
make
not
the habit
allowing me
not
to do it.
screaming at birds outside like some sort of craized vagabond.
I should have been getting up on my roof, like flapping my arms and going, I can't even do it. Like my throat doesn't even produce those sounds.
But
I can't do
you're
it.
like big boy. But we would go hunt those things.
I've been told that before.
Yeah. Get their panties off. You ever see Deliverance?
Yes.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
Was that
been
a fun
there.
For me, that was a very
fun
uncomfortable
experience.
movie. But for you, you must have been like, Go on.
Favorite
kind of
scene
like-
coming up.
It was sort of a mixture of like titillation and nostalgia.
Like, go on then. Now rate Mr. Void. Yeah. Right.
I love how much he detests your British accent.
I hate it so much.
Why? What is going
Think
through
to
your
yourself,
head?
why would they rate Ned Beatty?
It just makes my flesh crawl. It's like teeth chattering kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that's good. I like that.
I don't
I like
get it.
it.
It's just
It
British
is.
dudes.
It's very difficult to successfully troll me, and you are managing it. So
Thank you.
congratulations.
Yeah, I just try to make it as a very grating, annoying version of the accent. It's not exactly.
Well, and you're succeeding in that. Like, I
Thank
pride
you.
myself
For
on
me,
being the most
the
obnoxious
dog
person on the internet,
noises.
and you are successfully like getting to me. So congratulations.
I appreciate that very much. But yeah, crow hunting's very fun because it's a real challenge because they're so smart. Something that'll happen is the first crow who comes to respond to your caller is the alpha crow. He's in charge of the whole group. The murder is what they're referring.
Of the murder, yes, I knew that. And does he determine whether the others come and join you or not? Like he'll come
Yes.
check it out, and then he'll
Yes.
signal to the others.
Yeah, that's why you have to kill him immediately. Like when he comes, you kill him, and if you miss him, if you miss this guy, he'll turn around, go back, and he'll be like, "Cocksuckers! Cocksuckers! There's humans! Gun!" or whatever crows say, and the others won't come. They just won't come at all. But as long as you kill him, the others will keep coming. You can murder the whole murder.
Excellent.
Good times.
Good
It's a little
times.
sad for him, though, especially the time that Dad tortured that crow to make it talk to bring the others in. That was a sad day, but
Yeah.
I was like 5, so I didn't care.
He had like a cloth over its face, pouring water on it. You know, like it's just
Just shaking it, just shaking it a little. You fucking talk.
they put it in one of the, made a tiny little rocking chair for it.
But yeah, the crows are really intelligent, but I think raccoons would take over. I saw a gif. Maybe you guys saw it on Reddit where they give the raccoon cotton candy, and he tastes it first. He goes, and you can tell he's like, yeah, fuck yeah, cotton candy. And a thing that raccoons do is they wash their food in the water with their little hands before they. So he puts in the water and he does this, and it immediately disappears. And the look on the raccoon's face, you could just sense the intelligence because he's like, this is tasty. Let me do oh shit, because it just instantly just disappears in the water. It was great.
This is what we call candy floss, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds
The
right.
fluffy spun thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cotton candy. Yeah, I did know that. Yeah.
And you think that animal is going to be the next human being that tried to wash a bunch of cotton candy in a street?
I mean,
Yeah.
look
You
at this
think you think an animal so stupid that it puts cotton candy in a river is gonna take over when we're gone?
Yeah, we've got pretty big
We were
boots to fill
bleeding
as
people
humans.
with leeches like 100 years ago. That raccoon could step up. You give him enough time and take humans out of the
Yeah,
equation.
if you give a guy in 1704 a bunch of cotton candy, he's not going to go and scrub it hurriedly under the closest stream like some sort of invalid retard. Like, he's not going to do that.
Fair enough.
Like anything would ever get up to us. Nothing's getting up to humans.
You suddenly woke up, didn't you?
If you take us out of the equation, they might. I think we're holding them
Again
back.
with the oppression. I don't know.
Yes, the oppression.
I don't feel like I'm holding down raccoons at all. What they get
Yeah, but
is
that's